I am so fucking tired. You know, to live in society, you have to be able to work with other people and they have to work with you, right? Um, we can't have every single profession. We can't be our own doctor, dentist, lawyer, police officer, whatever it is. People have different professions for a reason. Everybody works together. One person can't be everything. But when you're a targeted individual, you kind of have to be. Yeah, you've got to do everything on your own because people, they either won't cooperate or they'll mess with you, they'll screw with you, they'll make everything as difficult as possible, they'll run you in circles. I mean, these games they play. Why? Because the perpetrators follow you around and they infiltrate everything and they sabotage from within and they lie to people and they slander them and they get them to go along with this shit just to fuck with you. You know, and I know some people are lied to and they probably think they're doing the right thing. They're told to monitor us and, report things that we say and do to a certain person. They think they're monitoring a threat. I don't know. But other people are told to intentionally mess with you. They know they're not doing a good thing. They know they're not working for the good guys. And if it's a legal matter, what do? Right? If you don't have the authority, the legal authority to do something on your own, you need the law enforcement to do it. If they won't help you, if they won't cooperate, well, it's not going to get done. I mean, you try to do it on your own, you can get arrested, right? And even if it's not a legal matter, if someone needs to deal with something, whether it's a file or a business or, if it's a job they have to do, you can't go in there and do it for them, right? You can't just go and take over. Again, you get arrested, you'll get dragged out of there in handcuffs. So if they won't do their job, it's not going to get done, and that's going to fuck up your life, right? Especially if it's something serious that needs to be done, right? You don't realize just how much you count on other people, and you have to survive legally, right? You don't realize that until you're put in a situation where you're being run out of society and people are not cooperating. People won't help you. They won't do their job, even a job they're paid to do. When they give you the runaround, they make it as hard as possible to get anything done because they won't do it. And you don't have the legal authority to do it. It's exhausting. So what's happening right now? My mom with her taxes. She has really complicated taxes, and it's not something that can be done on our own, right? I can't do her taxes on my own. It's something that she needs an attorney for. But everywhere we go to, we will be infiltrated. They will become compromised. These psychopaths following me will, whoever's following me will get to them. We'll recruit them. And they will start messing with me. So I can't stay one place for very long or with one, person for very long without them starting up. Right. And two, but it's difficult going from place to place also because I'm dealing with an elderly woman. I can't just drag my mom everywhere, and two, I can't, I try to make it so that we don't have to both leave the apartment at the same time. I want one of us here at all times. Because when we both leave, the perpetrators come in and they'll do things. They'll open a window for us to find when we get home. Or they'll turn a clock back or they'll move furniture. Okay, all of these things they've done before to let us know that someone was here. And I'm afraid they're going to tamper with food or water or my mom's toiletries or something. You never know what they're going to do. So I try to make it so that one of us has to be here at all times. Right. And at one point when we did have to go out together, I tried to get one of those, those cameras that streams it streams the recording live to your cell phone, and the camera, the recording cut off for a while and then cut back on. So I don't know what happened in the time that it cut off. Anyway, so we've got this tax attorney, and my mom has been going to him for a while, and it's one of those situations where I can, he will deal with me without having to have her there directly, so we don't have to both leave at the same time because she can't go on her own anymore. So that's why I've stuck with him. It's hard though because I know he's involved in this, and last year was difficult. He kind of played some games. This year it's more difficult. So here's what happened this year. Taxes are due today. I sent him her documents over a month ago, and with the notice, if you need something else, please let me know. And he said he would, and then he got back to me and he said that the picture I sent, and I sent I sent her documents through email. He said the picture wasn't clear if I could send, and asked if I could send it again, which is fine. That can happen. So I sent it again, and I said, please let me know if this is sufficient. Let me know if you need anything else. And he said he would. Okay. Well, then I didn't hear from him for over a month, and I because he said he would let me know if he needed anything else, I assumed everything was fine. Well, I didn't hear from him, right? Tax season is over today. So last week I texted him and I asked him, I said, so how's it going? Do you want me to come in and sign something for her? Do you want me to, what do you want me to do? Are you going to send it here so she can sign it? Let me know what you want to do. And he texted me back saying he needed 2 documents. Now, why didn't he tell me that a month ago? Remember, he did look through the documents I sent a month ago because he told me that one of them wasn't clear, so it had to be resent. So he understood what he had. If he needed something else, why didn't he tell me then? Because the documents he said he needed now, I didn't have. And I don't know if I had to run myself ragged getting these documents, and he, I texted him back, saying, okay, I don't have these. Can you be more, let me know exactly what it is that you need, because these I don't have, well, he didn't. So, and I'm aware of how this happens. He won't communicate with me. Like after he'll say something and then he'll let it go. He won't answer my questions. And then, later he'll say, well, I still need this. So I got what I could and I sent it to him. The 2 documents, and I sent it to him today. And, I said, please let me know if this is what you need. And for one of them, he said it was. And then he questioned me about the second one. And I said, well, I sent you what I have for the second document. If this isn't what you need, please let me know. And he hasn't gotten back to me now. So what he said initially today when I contacted him earlier before that was that he would file an extension. But now I suspect he's not going to contact me again about the second document until the extension is almost due. And at the last minute, it's going to be, well, I need this. And then it'll be back on me because I didn't send it. Even though I sent what I have, I sent all that I have. I don't know what else is necessary. And he's not getting back to me again. So, but it still puts it all back on me. So he'll do that, these games, right? I'm tired. I'm too tired for this. It's, it's just run around. It's just a constant run around. And, that plus other things are going on too. I don't know if they, a lot of other targets too have been complaining about being waterlogged or having pipes burst and shit like that. That happened in the old apartment where the pipes above us just kept bursting and dripping down into our apartment. And I mean, it was, I always edit out when I cough. My throat is dry. Anyway, well, it happened here too. Not too long after we moved here, the pipes above us burst, a few floors above us, and our floor was waterlogged. It happens everywhere we go. The pipes above us in an apartment or on the laundry room or in the laundry room or something burst, and we get waterlogged. Well, now again, it's happening. Only this time, it's happening in our apartment, and I'm wondering if they come in maybe when both of us are sleeping and do something, because now it looks like our toilet is leaking because the bathroom floor is wet. Consistently wet. Which means having to have more of the, the maintenance people come in here and have their presence in here. And, I don't know if they're involved in the shit that's going on. More chaos, more chaos, and chaos. I'm so fucking tired. And I can't keep this up. And this is just one aspect. I mean, it's like this. Another thing that happened, you know, and I have to go pick up my mom's medication, a different prescription in a few days. But a few weeks ago, I had to pick up a few prescriptions for her, and it seemed like they had put everything. Hang on, the door. I've got to. I'll start. I'll start this later. Okay, to pick up where I left off. So a few weeks ago, I went to pick up my mom's prescriptions. She had a few, and they put. It looked like they put everything in the bag. They handed me the bag. I paid for it, and that was that. But when I got home, I realized that one of the prescriptions was not there. So I called back. I called the pharmacy back, and they said that they don't know what happened to it because it wasn't there either. Well, where the fuck did it go? Come on. You know, either she put it in the bag or she didn't. But it's not going to just disappear. If you know, people make mistakes. Okay, if she forgot to put it in the bag, that can happen. You know, anyone can be absent-minded. But where is it? You know, it would still be sitting there on the counter then, you know, on her side of things. And there's a piece of plastic between us and them, you know, the cashier in the pharmacy and the you know, the people, you know, us. So, and the customers. So it's not like someone from outside could have come and taken it. I should have checked before I left to make sure all of the prescriptions were there. I just trusted that she put all of them in there because she had them in front of her. I don't know. You know, you give them, you have to be perfect. And even if you're perfect, they're going to find a way to mess with you and screw with you and then gaslight you to try to make it seem like it's your fault. But if you do screw up at all, they will use that. They will latch onto it and they will use it against you and they will use it to fuck with you as much as they possibly can and then blame you for it. I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do this for much longer. Now I have to go out again maybe in a few days to get a few more prescriptions for my mom and one for me. And I don't go out much anymore. I mean, I try not to because I know what's going to happen. I mean, they're trying to provoke me into a public outburst. I mean, they will have these guys, and God, it's usually Eastern European, not always, but usually, follow me around. And, you know, some of them will just push up against me and run by. Some will whisper a comment to me as they run by. You know, some will just do the nose tap, and they'll stand there doing it. And the more agitated I get, the more they'll do it. They'll just stand there doing it, looking at me, looking back at their phone, tapping their nose again, and looking back at their phone, waiting for me to respond negatively. Or they'll make some comment under their breath that seems innocent, but it's referencing something that I said or did in private. And I get angry, and people will, it looks like I'm the aggressor. It looks like I'm just getting angry for no reason, or that I'm crazy or something, you know. I'm going to lose it. I'm just losing my damn mind. Fuck it all. Update. I texted the tax attorney again to see, or the accountant, whatever he is, again to see if he got the second document, and finally he emailed me back saying that well, he didn't say he got it. He said he didn't see it before, but now it's fine. But he didn't actually say he got it. I'm assuming he did because he says now it's fine. That's the thing. It's very vague. So, you know, sorry, I didn't see it before, but yeah, now it's fine. Well, that could mean he got it, or that could mean he didn't, and he's still waiting for me to send it, and then it takes another month, because then in another month he'll say, oh, I'm still waiting for this document. So it's very vague, and it's meant to gaslight, right? So you never quite know where you stand. But he said it's fine, and then he said he emailed the tax documents to be electronically signed. So, assuming everything is fine, he has all the documents he needed, which I'm going to assume now because we got the thing. Here's what happened then. I tried to have my mom sign it electronically, and the signature showed up on our end of things. And when we, you know, but when we sent it back to him, I got a text from him saying that the signature didn't show up. So I opened I opened it on And for that, I was using her phone. So I opened it on her phone. And it's true, the signature didn't show up. But it did when I had her sign it. It was fine. And we saved it that way. So tried it again. And this time, she needed a few signatures on there in a few different locations. This time, one location showed up, the other didn't when we sent it. Tried it a third time, and it kept happening where finally I started checking this document before I sent it. And I looked, and even though I saved it with everything signed, only part of it would show up. The other part would look like the signature wasn't there at all. So somebody is fucking with our phone. Someone has to be doing this on purpose because it's signed, it's done, it shows up, and then all of a sudden, it's gone. The signature is gone. Either way, I had it to the point where all the signatures were there, everything was signed. I checked and rechecked a few times before I sent it to him. Everything was signed. I sent it to him again, and again he responded, well, the bottom half isn't signed. So he said he got part of it signed. He could file, I don't know if it's the federal or the state. He could file one of them, but not the other. And he said, oh, that's fine. And then, he asked, how we're going to pay him, which, okay, is fine. So I told him, well, look, well, okay, but how do I do this then? If you're going to file, the federal and not the state or something like that, should I come in and just sign it for her? Are you going to send it to us physically to sign the other part? And how do I pay you? Can I just send you a money order? Can I bring it in when I come in, if I come in? And he hasn't responded. So what's going to happen is this is going to drag out. And I was hoping we would be done. It's just one less thing to worry about, right? But no, this is going to drag out. So now it's going to be more of this for the rest of the year. More of, hey, is it done? Can I, more, I don't really bother him. That's the point. I didn't, for an entire month, I just let this go without contacting him because I'm thinking I'm just going to leave him alone and let him do his job. And that's why we're rushing at the last minute, because he didn't tell me that he needed something, even though over a month ago, he said that, he said that he would tell me if he needed something extra. But, so yeah, now I'm going to just be stressing for the next how many months until this gets done. Is he going to file an extension for the other half? And he's always so vague, you never know. And then a month later, oh, but I still need this. And so now I don't know, should I just stop by and sign it for her when I bring him his fee? Should I even bring the fee in? Because I asked him how he wants me to pay. He hasn't responded. Initially, he wanted auto deposit, but I don't do that. I've never done that before. I've never sent him, online, and I don't do that. I haven't for the last, few years. I've just dropped it off for him. So I don't know, and he hasn't responded now. So I don't know. This is just going to drag on and on and on, and it's a never-ending stress. You can't ever have a fucking break where something is finally done and taken care of. It doesn't fucking work that way. And I'm too fucking tired to keep this shit up. I'm too goddamn fucking tired. I just want something to fucking go right. One fucking thing to be fucking done and over with,